A quality education can help set up a child's future for success. I'm Lee Zurich.
And I'm Tisha Powell. Yet schools across the country face challenges staffing their classrooms. We found the crisis stems from the pandemic, and still, at the start of the 2023-2024 school year, 86% of U.S. public schools reported challenges hiring teachers. Along with the need for staff, schools also face an issue when it comes to diversity. The latest federal data shows as of the 2020-2021 school year, 80% of teachers were white.
Investigative reporter Heather Graf uncovers the problem and how, in order to solve it, school districts are exploring options well beyond traditional boundaries.
Good morning, Noah. High five.
Renee Rose Grandison,
Good morning.
better known as Miss Rose to her students,
Yeah, good morning.
has been a teacher for over 13 years.
So this is a number that we're looking for.
But this classroom is her first in the U.S.
I am Jamaican, was born there, lived there my whole life.
Renee moved from Jamaica to Fairfax County, Virginia at the start of the 2023-2024 school year.
I am big on professional growth and development, and I just thought that being on this program would have afforded me that opportunity.
And at Bush Hill Elementary, where the student body speaks dozens of languages,
Did you find the mystery number?
the school principal says Renee was a perfect fit.
I felt like she was someone that could learn from us and that we would also learn from her.
The Culture Corner behind Renee's desk is just one example of that unique back and forth.
So while we were learning about the national bird of the U.S., which is the bald eagle, then I was able to say, well, in Jamaica, our national bird is the hummingbird.
Each lesson,
Like our pledge is different from the Jamaican pledge.
a chance for these second graders to embrace their differences.
I asked her, what's it like in Jamaica? What's the climate? How close is it to the equator? Because I've never had a teacher that's from a different culture.
Those are things that make the learning experience more rich.
All of it is part of Fairfax County Public Schools' new Global Exchange Program. The school system teamed up with an organization called Participate Learning, which is a U.S. Department of State designated sponsor of the J-1 visa that allows international teachers to work here for up to 5 years.
They facilitate the complicated process of helping teachers to get their J-1 visa.
Dr. Felicia Hamilton led the effort to launch this outside-the-box, outside-the-U.S. approach within FCPS, and cites the push for a more diverse teaching staff as their main motivation.
Kendrick, what's on your mind? What would you like to share?
Renee, one of about 30 ambassador teachers they brought in from 8 different countries.
Because we know that when students see themselves reflected in their classrooms, in their schools, that they are more successful. We have a responsibility to have a diverse workforce, and that is really what we're trying to do.
What are the requirements these teachers have to have, though?
They are experienced teachers. They have to have a minimum of 2 years teaching experience. They also have to have a degree in either teaching or education. They have to be fluent in English, and they also have to have a driver's license.
Those qualifications laid out in detail on the government's J-1 visa website, along with teacher screening and selection requirements that the visa sponsor must adhere to, including multiple background checks.
So they are fully vetted across the board.
And it's not just this school system that's hiring overseas.
We're really honored that they want to come and work for us.
Amid nationwide teacher shortages, we've reported on similar programs in places like Arizona, North Dakota, Connecticut, Mississippi, and Missouri.
We're bringing in at least 25 international teachers this year.
And State Department data shows the number of international teachers working in U.S. school districts has climbed steadily, with the COVID pandemic year in 2020 being the only exception, from about 2,700 in 2016 to nearly 7,000 in 2023, when the Philippines, Jamaica, Spain, Colombia, and India topped the list in terms of most teachers sent.
The need is there from coast to coast.
Jason Hammond is president of the International Alliance Group and says his team has helped place hundreds of teachers in about 30 states.
Schools who never suffered from a teacher shortage are suffering now. Also, there is a big push for diversification as the demographics of communities change.
Do you see international teachers as part of the solution?
I've always said you must cast a wide net. There's no mother lode of teachers waiting in a gold mine, right? But to answer your question specifically, yes, international teachers are one part or one important tool in the human resources or superintendent's toolbox to be able to bring qualified educators into the classroom.
Qualified educators like Miss Rose,
I can do whatever I set my mind to.
who, as of recently,
Have the best day ever, okay?
was nominated for Most Outstanding New Teacher at her school.
Nothing feels better when you go to a new place and you're accepted and welcomed with open arms, with love and with warmth.
We dug into the numbers to find which states are hiring the most teachers from overseas. In the 2022-23 school year, North Carolina came in at number 1, followed by Florida, Texas, Arizona, and South Carolina. And a bit more about the J-1 Visa Exchange Program. The State Department says it welcomes about 300,000 visitors from 200 countries each year. Among them are teachers, college students, physicians, and camp counselors.